Welcome back. Now, it's been a fair few days since I last watched Log Horizon, and so certain things have come to light, and my thought process has slightly changed. I am now currently thinking about other games I've played throughout the years and wondering how much it would change with just a slight shift of camera angles or maybe even a different genre. But with the world seemingly more dangerous than we first thought, especially with all of those damn PKers around, just what kind of hazards are there going to be? We're going to have to find out. I like it. Reminds me of real old PS1 games. And when you exhaust their dialogue trees, imagine being an NPC and you're actually sentient, but you can't say anything other than what you're programmed to. I hope you're fine with only talking about sweet rolls for the rest of your life. I almost forgot. There are many sections of this show which I do enjoy, and even if it has only begun, plus the song's pretty damn good. And a lot of what I've been somewhat craving for is apparently going to be provided, so that is very nice. Plus the character interplay and what we've learned a bit about our main guy and how he was before this whole transported to a new world thing fell down. For the time being. You don't have to worry so much. Relieved? Way to ruin the moment. And I just realised that the Sarah voice actress is the main girl for the World Domination Zvezda thing. There are a lot of useless skills which wouldn't ever actually come to fruition in normal life that hopefully would be useful. In this kind of situation. Like the amount of survival shows and whatnot I've watched. Hopefully I'd be able to last longer than 24 hours out in the wild. Oh yeah. But if food was entirely tasteless, then maybe I wouldn't want to. So is this tasteless as well? So what secret has he unearthed to be able to have edible food? It does look like really fatty meat. Really nice. Oh, rosemary. But then again, after all this time eating, what, grey slush? They would be accepting of anything with a little flavour. Yeah. And that's what's tasteless. So actually cook the stuff, and it's fine. And none of them ever thought about doing that? Surely it shouldn't have been taken this long to find that out. Oh. Okay, so they did try it. Does he have a skill or a subclass? Looks like a very valuable subclass. And I could see in this kind of world where nothing actually tastes of anything, you could make quite a lot of money. And what other subclasses are going to be brought up? Her subclass thing is like housekeeper or maid or something, isn't it? Hmm. I'm sure her small amount of healing was actually played into his plan. He can't handle gratitude. What kind of conversation is this? Is she no longer asking for permission? She's just telling what happened. Ah, the main punishment. A man after my own heart. Is it going to slowly be revealed about this debauchery tea party? In any multiplayer RPG games where I've joined guilds or parties or whatnot, no, they've never gotten to the point where it's like, oh, you can count yourself as friends. So I don't quite understand. Well, I don't have the same kind of memories that they do. Well, it just comes with time, doesn't it? Understanding flow of battle and how it all works together. I remember there being some dreadful event. Is he going to enlighten us on that slightly? Completely enamored. Yeah. I wonder if anyone else could hear her internal monologue as well. Probably more just the fact that how useful he is and quite, well, knowledgeable and strong. He had to use that as a opportunity to compliment him. Apparently not obvious enough. 48 and a guy. The ones that we saw earlier. And there's still some people where he lent his help, but actually cared for them. Slightly different. What a useful system. I'm guessing he got some benefit out of that. Hmm. Yeah, but I wonder if that will be used here. And also, can you change your classes and subclasses in this version? There's a lot of people that would probably be having a hard time. Well, yeah, I remember that, and them not exactly being with, well, what looked to be the most reputable of people. Really a one-track mind. Well, maybe two-track. One of them is food. Was he pointing along with that? No thanks. Yeah, you don't want to be struck by lightning while up this high. Especially if it gives like a stunned effect or something. Kind of. What a name of a guild. That would make sense. Taking role-playing a bit far, I think. Quick downpour. I was about to think, is this an abandoned house? I hope it's not like any of the quests that you can stumble upon in like Fallout. Oh, people have been disappearing, have they? There looks to be enough. You don't have to share piles. To have NPCs reacting to the point where you can actually hold a conversation with them would be a great step forward. But you'd probably have to have machine learning to do that. Oh. She has a magnetic personality for children, apparently. Is this the starting of a new quest? Quite the lore and backstory to this world. Possibly. Having them go about their daily lives and actually continue and make things and build up. So you're going to have another great meal. Like a sausage by itself is an ingredient item. What a world when they don't even know what a cookie is. Have they even been living? Is this a side story at the same time, or more of a flashback? Yeah, so why don't you try raising them rather than pushing on ahead? Almost as... Oh, mate, yeah. So because he's dishing out too much damage and drawing aggro... Oh, he was talking about Shiro. And then because he can't keep aggro properly, he complains about his teammates. Ah, I see. We have a normal player then. Bandaged fingers? I wonder what the process is for quitting the guild. I'm guessing if you don't have the daily stipends, you don't eat. He left that much of an impression. So they know that each other exist in this world now. Or they have done for a while, but at least. Nice dance going on in the background. I'm sure those stories will definitely never intertwine. But it is a story foretold throughout the ages where you have those in a higher position take advantage and then assume a feeling of superiority. Apart from lowering your levels so that you could play along with lower leveled characters or players, there had to be a benefit of sorts to doing this teacher program. Sure, some people might just be altruistic enough to just help people out for no benefit, but are we going to have to now spend a while with the guild people fawning over their preferred girls? You see, as much as there are the beginner players who haven't really had much of an experience of this world, don't really know what they're doing, to the fully leveled ones like we see with our Shiroe, I can't pronounce properly, and others, I am almost certain that there will be players who min-max to the best of their degree. Everything has to be perfectly efficient. And then that brings up a question. The people who like that hooded, scarred, you're not good enough guild leader, were they always a bit of a dick? If so, what pleasure did they find in playing the game? Like that, at least. There have been several times when I thought, you know what, I'd quite like to live in this world. And then I realised that my attention span is quite low. I'd get bored after 6 hours or so. Yeah, can I swap to a different game now? And if that's the case, why don't you let me know down below if there are any games which might hold my interest just that tiny bit longer. Plus, it would let me know if there's any cool games that I've completely forgotten about. But if you've enjoyed this episode, please let me know, because Log Horizon is turning out to be quite good. And so, make sure you let me know by leaving a like, and probably you want to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss future uploads. But until that day comes, get some rest. See you in the next one. If you want to be the helpful players to the NPC life that is my channel, then consider heading over onto Patreon. And I wouldn't be lying if I said that these people here have helped me in more ways than they can actually know. So, to Flordotaku, Sal, Ray Wynn, Aegis TR, Denamet 1997, Lewis Almanza, Aisha M, Danny Tree, Daniel Jorgensen, ASD, Shiyuan, and everyone else. Thank you.